Hi, I'm Dave Raffo from Channel Partners and the MSP Summit. We're here for another edition of Channel Partners TV, what we call CPTV. And I'm joined by Dan Tomaszewski, Executive VP of the channel for Kaseya. Welcome, Dan.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So I don't have to tell you, the MSP market more competitive than ever these days. A lot of players out there. So, what does Kaseya see as its role to help partners, not just survive that pressure, but actually grow through it?
Yeah, look, great question, right? And we see that the industry is more competitive than ever before. And I think our role here goes beyond just providing the technology. That is a must, right? We have to provide really good, effective technology to help our MSPs deliver great IT services. But the bigger challenge today is really, how do I differentiate? How do I operate more efficiently? How do I protect my margins? How do I bring in new business, right? Like we're seeing that all around, the industry right now. And I think that's where Kaseya has a really big impact. We need to give MSPs the technology that helps them automate more, helps them secure their customers and improve their delivery of their services more efficiently. But we need to help them become stronger businesses. And so for me, success just isn't whether a partner deploys another product, it's whether they're growing their revenue, they're improving their margins, they're winning and building a successful business. That's more valuable than it was a year ago, right, for the MSP. And I think that's what they're looking for, is that partnership. How do you help me not just buy the product or solution, but how do you help me implement it, set it up successfully, and then be there to help me foster, which we can do through our peer programs, through our enablement, and a lot of the other things that we're able to offer with our technology platform that we have.
Yeah, the business part of it is often the tricky part for MSPs, right? So you built out MSP success as a dedicated growth ecosystem for your partners, but walk us through what that looks like in practice and why it really matters. I think you already spoke a little bit about why it matters, but what does it look like in practice?
The idea behind MSP success is really simple. It's to help MSPs build better businesses, not just better technology stacks. I'm a former MSP myself, right? And so I've been in the shoes, I understand. But an MSP owner today, they have to think about a lot of things. They think about sales, they think about marketing, operations, profitability, leadership, hiring, customer retention, all while trying to stay on top of an incredibly fast moving technology landscape, right? So MSP success is about bringing those resources, education, community, and strategies through our frameworks together so partners don't have to figure it all out on their own, right? And that the community aspect is especially important. Some of the best knowledge in this industry lives inside of the successful MSPs. So we try to create an environment where partners can learn from each other, learn what's actually working, avoid mistakes others have already made, and put those lessons into practice. And that's really become powerful because we're focusing on the complete MSP and everything that's needed to run a successful MSP. We're helping MSPs do that and see execution inside of their business.
So how does Kaseya think about evolving the partner relationship, beyond just the technology, so you make sure that the MSPs have everything that they need to win?
Look, this is important, and it kind of goes back to some of the things that we were saying before, right? Is technology is obviously foundational. It has to work, it has to deliver, and it has to make the MSP more efficient, right? But if we understand where a partner is trying to take their business, the conversation becomes completely different. What are their growth goals? What are they struggling with? Are they trying to improve profitability? Are they trying to build a sales engine? Are they entering a new market? Are they trying to increase the value? Once you understand, kind of what success looks like, you can start connecting technology, education, community, resources. So at Kaseya, we want to be a business partner, right? And we want a partner. And it's not just something that you come in and say, oh, just sell me, more PSA or more RMM or this. It's, hey, what are your goals? What can we help you with? And that way we can plug you in once we know what success looks like for you. Because everyone has a different version of success and where they're at in their journey. And Kaseya can play a really good role in that as a part of our partnership with the MSPs.
Okay, so we have the MSP Summit coming up September 28th in Orlando. What can we expect from Kaseya at that conference?
I think you can expect to see our platform and how we're helping and evolving MSPs and really making them more effective and more efficient in what they're doing and the conversations that we're going to have. We can sit down and talk about what success looks like, what are the gaps or the challenges that you're having, and show you how Kasei can be a really good business partner for your MSP as you continue to go through this complex industry. But we could go at it and do it together.
Great. Well, thanks for joining me, Dan. It's been very enlightening, and we hope to see all of you watching this down at the MSP Summit, September 28th. And Kaseya will be there along with many of our MSPs and the MSP 501 winners. So again, Dan, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Look forward to seeing you.
Take care.